And here we are, episode 17 of TBR Together with Megan and Jake. How are you doing this week?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. How were your books this week? I don't know what you're reading at this point.
Well, currently I'm just reading.
I forgot to turn my headset down.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I am reading this Rise of Kyoshi this week. I did finish A Shade of Darker Magic, though.
A Darker Shade of Magic, yes.
Yep, that's what I finished.
That one?
Yeah, I finished the first book. I have the second and the third ready to go. So once I finish this, I might start one of those. Or maybe do a romance, because it's still February. It might get a little crazy. I don't know.
That seems so wild. Yes, that is the epitome of crazy.
It is. So that's how my books are going.
Okay, yeah, and we did, well, it wasn't we, it was more of a me. I marked down that we were doing Shadow of Kyoshi when that is the second book, and the only reason was because they were backwards on my bookshelf for some reason. So I thought that was the first one.
Yeah.
But it's not. So we are doing The Rise of Kyoshi.
Did you read anything else this week besides this?
Yes.
What did you read this week?
I read Dungeon Crawler Carl 2, and part of Dungeon Crawler Carl 3.
Crushing it.
Yeah. I did all of those. Sorry. This table's really small. I gotta maneuver weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everything you could want. Foot fetishes.
I like that that's the top of the list. Everything you could want.
A psychotic AI that just fucking loves Carl's feet.
Such an interesting writing choice.
It's fantastic.
I'm not.
Just wait until, or if you ever
I'm going to read them because
decide
I've
to,
heard.
no, you have to listen to them.
Well, yes, I have heard like audiobook wise. This is like one of the best audiobooks.
Mr. Well, I guess I don't know. He goes by Mr. Jeff Hayes is at this point the most wonderful narrator I think I've ever heard. So many people listened to this book and were convinced that it was a full cast and it was just him. It's insane what this man can do. He is a true voice actor.
I really thought you were going to say, it's amazing what this man can do with his mouth. Because it just felt like it was right there for you.
I mean, he probably could do a lot of great things with his mouth. Should hear some of the noises he makes.
Oh, God, well.
When the AI starts using his sexy voice. I've played you that clip where he talks about that's where he really
like
gets
the
into
real
it.
aggressive one in the first book, I think.
Where he gets real sexy with talking about his feet.
Yeah, you sent me a couple TikToks and you're like, it just doesn't do it justice. And then you like pulled it up on your phone. You're like,
yeah, because I was talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, the first one's pretty straightforward. It's just about how it starts out, what happens on the first and second floors. It's just setting the stage, like all first books. Second book lacked a little bit. That was Carl's doomsday scenario, and I think that was like a lot of people aren't huge fans of that one, especially coming off of the first book. So, excuse me, that's to be expected. It was still a good story, but like I told you, it spans one floor. And from what I understand is that basically the rest of the books only cover one floor at a time.
And there's
18 in the dungeon, but that doesn't.
Yeah, we don't know.
That doesn't necessarily mean. And Micah said he thinks that it might be a 10-book series is where it might stop. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Once we get later on, because each floor of the dungeon is longer. So I want to say usually by like floor 4 or 5, they're 30 days normally is what it's supposed to be. But currently with, all the background stuff happening within the governments of the book, floor 4 is going 10 days. They're speeding everything up to try and kill everybody off so that they can get their payout faster for the games is what's happening for the most part. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, even in fictional worlds, the government's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of it's about, too.
Yeah. Because it's intergalactic, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
Because I think, at least from what I know that because you've told me, but when I see stuff online about it, I don't feel like a lot of people touch on the fact that this is like
No.
across
You're
the galaxy.
mainly just focusing on the talking cat named Princess Donut.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
pretty
yeah,
much
that's
where it
pretty
is.
much
And the
what
fact that they have a pet velociraptor.
What? I forgot about that.
Yeah, that happened. They get him at the end of book 1. Mongo is his name. Good old Mongo.
It's crazy. Wow. We'll have to keep us posted.
Yeah, in book 2, you find out that there are basically soap operas and other shows happening within the world. So they just plant NPCs on certain parts of the floors, and they have their own narrative and story that they're completing. And you can join in and do a quest and be a side character, like a special appearance by on their television show that is happening within the crawl. So that's kind of funny because then, like, each certain sections of floors, the people from floor 3 will jump down to another floor, and then their story is continuing on another floor within the games. I think it's like 3, 6, 9, and 12 is like the main ones because once floor 3 ends, all those people that are on floor 3 that are a part of all that stuff can jump down. They send them to floor 6, and then they start populating and doing all their shit on floor 6 while everybody else has to go through 4 and 5. So they're getting everything like set up basically. So we'll see how that goes in a few books, most likely.
Has this been picked up for a TV show already?
They've been in the talks. I've seen a lot of, I don't know how true it is, but I've seen at least rumors that Seth MacFarlane is trying to work with it. He played the mouse in Sing 1.
I know who Seth MacFarlane is. He does Family Guy, right?
Yes, he's the Family Guy guy.
I mean, I know he is also the mouse in Sing 1.
And Orville.
And aren't him and like Liz?
He sings on like Broadway style music, like Sinatra style music with Liz Gillies.
At like karaoke, right? Not like for.
Oh, they do this like for real.
Oh, they do
It's
like
they
a
did
for
like
real
a
show?
tour, I thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just know that they're like friends because I remember thinking
Oh,
that
it
was
felt like
so
such
funny.
a random thing for
The two of them.
Yeah, the two of them to do. But like, I don't know anything about their personal lives, so it's probably not random at all. It just feels that way.
Not. Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter.
There's just a large age gap there. I think that's probably why it feels so like, oh, how do you two know each other?
I guess, but they're both in
Hollywood's weird.
Hollywood, yeah.
So, well, I'm excited to hear more about your books.
Yeah,
Are you going to stick with this series? You're going to keep going? You made it to book 3. That's pretty impressive for you.
We'll see what I feel like doing. I've grown. I've grown in the last 2 weeks, and
I do think it has to do partly with the fact that you're just going boom, 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 boom. Because normally you'll like do one and then you'll take a break and then you'll do, and then you're like, I don't care.
Maybe.
Because at some point you're going to have to go back to heretical fishing to find out what happens.
Yeah, I have those.
Yeah.
Luckily, I used the credits on those that Brooke bought me.
Yeah.
So that way I wasn't wasting any money.
Yeah.
Because all the crawler books went on sale. So I got all of them for $5 a piece.
It's a nice deal.
Instead of spending credits on them. So I have everything up to book 7, and book 8 comes out in a few months, I think.
Oh, you could definitely be caught up by then.
Possibly. The last ones are around 30 hours.
I don't think I've ever really read
Currently.
a series. Well, Throne of Glass was probably the longest series that I've personally read.
That's already completed.
Well, I mean Harry
close
Potter,
to.
but I don't know that Harry Potter counts because that like is a book series designed for children, so like it's supposed to be a little easier to get through, and like
I guess, but also in a very technical sense, Throne of Glass was also YA. Considered that?
yeah,
Was it not?
But it's like YA, as in like
A woman wrote it?
yes.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people who read a lot of different fantasies make the argument that there is like no difference between like if if you were to like blind read Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn and Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass, like the amount of sex is the same. Like it follows like the same like the characters. You have multiple characters following different multiple like growths, and they're like the only difference between these books is like Brandon Sanderson's was fantasy because he's a man, and this was YA because this was her first fantasy as a female. So they just like were like, we'll just put it as YA. Although I haven't read Mistborn, so I can't attest to that. And I will say the first book very much focused on one person, so I think if you didn't know where that series was going, I could see an argument for that, but I feel like it should have been changed as they came out. Because I wouldn't say like that as somebody who's read Avatar, and I don't think Avatar has that much spice in it until you get to like Flame and Shadow. Even then, I don't think it has that much spice, and Throne of Glass has less than that. So, but I was gonna say that's the first one I've read, and I don't think I've read a book that's more than 3 other than that series. Well, I guess Avatar was 5, but
Yeah, and it's not done yet.
it's yeah.
Technically, that was only 4 in a novella.
Yeah.
We don't count Frost and Starlight.
I count.
Do
But
we?
you're right. It doesn't really count because it's like optional. It doesn't really add.
It's really not even a book.
Just a conscious stream of thought.
It's just there.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't that the one where they were all fucking in the sky? Weren't they doing that a bunch in that book?
I think it was just the one time, but it's not a very long book, so it did feel like
It felt like it took up the entire story.
Yeah.
They're just humping in midair.
Yeah. But 8 books that's a feat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if that's where it stops.
true.
But I doubt it will.
Like not Throne of Glass, Game of Thrones. I feel like I would really like that book because I feel like I would thrive more on being able to read it versus like having to watch it. Because it's very.
There's too many characters and with weird names in there.
Yeah,
I
would definitely get confused.
You'd get lost.
Yeah, but like even then, it's just such a commitment. Like, aren't there 15 or something?
There are 5.
Why did I think there were like
and
15?
It is unfinished.
Oh, hard pass. No, I can't get started on another unfinished
If you're thinking
series.
15, you're probably thinking Wheel of Time.
Maybe. Yeah.
By Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson.
Maybe. I don't know.
Brandon Sanderson did like the last 3, I think.
That's just such a commitment.
Yes. And people also consider that to be quite the slog to get through at certain points. Like it's, with it being such a huge commitment, a lot of people kind of steer you away from that until you're really ready.
Yeah. The Zodiac Academy, I see that all the time, and I feel like I would like it. It's just like 12 books.
Yeah, it's all about fucking, isn't it?
I don't actually know what it's
a
about.
book?
I don't know.
I bet you there's good recipes for banana bread in there.
I know. Fuck off. I know that it's definitely about.
And some banana bread at work the other day,
I
dude.
think there's some more. You're going to talk about the banana bread you had at work? I've made you 2 delicious loaves. Oh, is that a quote from something? I don't know what that's from. I'm sorry.
You're not my target audience on a lot of things, random shit that I say.
That's probably fair.
I'll find it for you later. It's
Thank you.
probably not as great as you want to think it is,
I always have
but
a
it's
highest
but
quote.
it's just there. Okay, so
We should probably get started.
Rise of Kyoshi.
Yeah.
I finished this book in 3 or 4 days.
How fast were you listening?
1.7.
I figured. 'Cause
She was slow.
She is slow, yeah. I'm listening at 1.25, and like I could probably go to 1.5, but I feel like I would miss stuff, so I don't want to because
Yeah.
I like to listen at normal speed, but she was just a little too slow for me. But it is also, I don't feel that we're the target audience for this book.
No. Wrigley, you're fine, bud. I mean, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do, maybe in a few years when I finish everything else, maybe I'll read the second one, or maybe I won't. Who knows? Because I mean, I know that the second one's shorter, but the way was that mine or yours? That was ours.
Yours.
I opened the camera.
I saw. I think he's just moving.
Yeah. The way that it ended would leave it open for a good start to a second book, I feel like, and to give you a little bit more of that insight, because this one, it doesn't feel like there's enough like traits about her in general to name the book The Rise of Kyoshi, because it doesn't feel like there's enough happening to be like, okay, that gives me sufficient of information to satiate what I want out of a book called The Rise. Considering that the second book is called The Shadow, I don't know. I just don't feel like it. I mean, you said what, you're halfway through?
Yeah, I'm a little over halfway, but like I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I always feel that way with prequels. Prequels are hard
Yeah,
because like I already know how it ends. Well, kind of, not
barely.
really.
We know that she's the Avatar.
Yeah, and she does some questionable things.
Yeah, she's known as like the most violent Avatar
I always would
of
love when she
recent
would
generations.
come in and give Aang advice. Aang's like, I'm gonna go ask the other avatars and kill. She's like, murder everyone.
Yeah, kill
And what's his name? Roku?
Roku. Yeah,
Yeah, Roku's like, maybe don't do that.
yeah, he's kind of the voice of reason, even though he's from the Fire Nation.
He's like, sorry, this is my bad. That's my former best friend's son, I think. Or is it his former best friend?
What?
Isn't Roku? We don't have to talk about this, but I thought like the Fire Lord like started this entire war because he was mad that Roku got the Avatar, and then he was like, I'm gonna show you. So like that's why he starts the whole war, is because he's mad that Roku.
I think so,
the
because I think
Avatar.
Sozin was mad at him.
Yeah, about something. So he's just kind of like, oh, sorry, this is like all my fault.
Yeah, that's when he attacked him during the comet.
Yeah.
That's why it's named Sozin's Comet.
Yeah.
He is just rolling a lot. What's a tag on the butt of an animal? It looks like there's like a phone or something in there.
Oh, it does. Yeah. I know. Why do they make the tags on stuffed animals?
So
Like,
so translucent or so
well, just so super long. Like
long
that
reflective.
that one
That
rabbit.
rabbit, yeah, it's as long as the bunny.
Insane. like why?
Yeah.
Because the instructions to wash it are like this
Yeah.
big.
But so yeah, I feel like and I mean at least for the first half, like the story is not moving fast enough to where it's like, okay, you're going to give me a lot of information about her backstory and how and who she is. It's mainly just like following this one path and then kind of sprinkling in these little tidbits of being like, okay, well, this is why she grows in this way and why she grows in this way. And it's like, but it's all taking place over the course of one small portion of her life.
Yeah, I think the part that I'm up to has been, well, I mean, they fast forward from her being like 5, but like after that time jump, I would say it's been not even like a month. It's been like a week or two.
Oh yeah, it's not a long
It's very
time.
quick.
Yes, because she's how old are they? 12? 13?
What? I think they were like 16.
Are they that old? I can't remember.
I think
That doesn't
so
matter. That doesn't matter.
because when they have their little fake avatar, Yoon, I think
Yeah.
they find him at 12.
Yeah.
And they have since like brought him and told the world, and he's done all these like contracts and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they don't. You can't call him the fake avatar. They think he's the avatar.
Yeah.
He's not fake.
Yeah, no, they all legitimately believe that he is the Avatar until Kyoshi, like, sings a dirty poem, which I think is hilarious that her, like, housemaid is just decided against everyone's will that they are going to be cultured because this is the home of the Avatar. So there is poem time every week against everyone's will. They all hate it.
Yeah.
None of them want to do it.
Because Kyoshi lives in the house and works in the house because
Kelsong,
because Kelsong when they find her as a street urchin, they just pull her in and take her.
They realized that the town was supposed to take care of her.
Yeah, because they couldn't find the Avatar when they were children. So because it's a earthbender Avatar, so they're trying the earthbender method of finding the Avatar. It wasn't working because it had been taking them so long. So since Genzu, the other one, these were both parts of, they were two of Koruk, who was obviously the waterbender Avatar before. They were his gang, like Sokka and Katara was for Aang. So I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, Genzu's a water airbender. He's an airbender. No, Kelsong's the airbender.
Yeah.
Genzu's the earthbender.
Yeah.
So Kelsong wants to do the air nomad way of doing it, which is lay a fuck ton of toys out. They find the 4 that were from past Avatars.
I was cracking up at this scene because I think it's from Genzu's point of view, if I'm remembering correctly, and like all the kids get pissed that they don't get to keep the toys, and like that was something they didn't factor in. And it's like, have you two been around children? Like, okay, Kelsong, I get that that's not something he would factor for because this is what they do in the Air Nation, and it's not a problem.
The air nomads they teach their kids how to react to that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and they make a comment, which I guess I never really thought about when watching the show, is that every single person in the air tribes is an airbender. And that is not true for any other nation, which I think is very interesting. But because of that, or maybe because they're so spiritual or like very much like one with the world, they don't really think of things as like that they own them. Everything is the world's, and it like comes to you and leaves. So like they have a very different philosophy. And I guess at 5, if you've been taught that philosophy, like maybe it's not as aggressive. But if you've never been taught that, a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old would be like, this toy, you said I could have it and now I can't. I'm going to ruin your whole day. So I'm just like, have you guys been? And like Jinzu is an earth bender. He's from the Earth Kingdom. Like, have you not been around Earth children? Like, did you not foresee this as a problem?
No, they didn't. No, obviously. I like the guy who brings his kid in. It was like, you're gonna pay me 50 gold every month if my kid's the Avatar. 10 if not.
I know. He's like, why would I pay you if she wasn't? He's like,
I'm gonna pay you 10 gold if they're not. And he's like, well, I'll take the kid elsewhere.
I know. I was like, wild take. And then you realize, well, that's why they're not taking care of them. None of these people have anything anyway. So they're just going to let Kyoshi die. And then Kelsong, she picks the turtle, which nobody picked. And I think it is cute that they did let her keep it. Because she, like, takes it. And they're like, okay, pick another one. And she's like, nope.
She runs.
I'm out.
She's like, I just got a free toy to go live with me in the gutter.
Yeah. And then Kelsong's like, I think I'm going to keep you. And that's how she ends up at the house, because he just takes care of her. Well, technically, he brings her in, and then he has to leave for his duties to the Air Nation every now and then. Mm-hmm. And the one time he left her with people in the village, they starved her, even though he, like, left them money and, like, told them to take care of her. So then he's like, Jonzo, how do you say it? Genzu. You're going to watch her when I'm not around. And he is a politician. I did enjoy the political insight that's happened in this book, because in the actual Avatar, it's wartime, so like all bets are off, I feel like. because of what's going on and everyone's being invaded and they're all terrified all of the time. But like this is technically a time of peace, so you really get to see how the politics of the other nations is like coming into play and how the Avatar is supposed to play into that in a peacetime where they're not having to be a warrior, like the disputes and stuff. So I thought that part was interesting. I also would really like to know what happened after, like, I don't fully understand what happened to Kuruko. Is that right?
He died.
Yeah, but like, why? Because
I think he drank himself to death.
Oh, you think that's what happened?
Yeah, they tell you on the show.
Oh, do they? I don't
Yeah, at some
remember
point.
that.
He was like a partier and he was a bag of shit. He died like when he was young.
Yeah.
He was like in his 30s and
He was
just
in love
fucking
with his
died.
best friend or his best friend's wife. I
I
don't know.
don't know. Don't really care.
Well,
It's not that important.
Well, they talk about it when Kyoshi does her little poem because it's like the same poem that he did.
Yeah.
And I should have gone back and listened, but I couldn't catch if he was in love with his best friend that was getting married to a woman or if he was in love with the woman his best friend was marrying. I didn't quite catch that, but
I don't know. Probably the woman. But yeah, so that's how they think that she's the Avatar. And the reason that they chose Yoon as the Avatar was because he was supposedly playing every move that Korok would play in Pai Sho.
I thought it was so cute.
But it was random.
That he was doing a con, but like incorrectly.
What?
He was running like where you like put it, like they called it like a blind pull, and you would like blind pull
Yeah.
weird tiles. And like Hellsong is like telling her about it, and he's like, it's actually supposed to be a con. You're supposed to like put markings on the back of your pie show so like you know what you're pulling, and like you're still pulling them in the right order, and that's how you're beating everybody because like you're making them think they have an advantage, but really you're pulling them in the order that you want. But he was just so good. He was like, no, I'm just going to blind pull these all the time and play it straight up and like give you an advantage and then still beat you. I thought that was so cute.
He wasn't playing a con at all. He was just playing the game. He wasn't trying to do anything.
Yeah, I know.
He was just playing.
I know that, but like it was insinuated that like in this town, everybody else that plays that way is doing a con. Like they're
Yes,
trying
but
to
he wasn't doing a con incorrectly because he wasn't doing a con.
I know,
he
but
was playing the game.
I just thought I thought he was playing it that way because he was a kid and didn't realize everybody else was running a con. That's why I thought it was cute. I thought he did it because he was like, oh, this is how all those other people play it and they win. Not realizing as a 12-year-old, like, hey, everybody else is actually cheating when they do it this way, and like you are putting yourself at a severe disadvantage. But he was just so good, it didn't matter. He never really like held the consequences of.
Yeah, he was just playing the game.
I know. I just thought that was cute. Yeah, but he was so good. And I like that they were like, this was an unprecedented method. And I was like, yeah, because nobody has ever played like this before. Because it would require...
Except for Korok.
Yeah.
Because he was playing every single move that Korok played.
Yeah, but that's not how they identified him as the Avatar.
Yes, it is. That is exactly how they identified him as the Avatar.
Not as how they identified Korok as
Nobody gives a shit about how Korok was the Avatar. He doesn't fucking matter. We're talking about Yoon.
Yes, I know, but that's like an unprecedented method, which is why it doesn't work. Like that's why Yoon ends up like not being the Avatar because that is not like a foolproof way to pick that. It's like a made up way because they were so desperate to find it. I just thought that it was interesting. He was like, it was unprecedented. It's like, yeah, because you two were desperate and just pulling at straws. Because all of the other ways, you were like, nah. Instead of just testing all of the kids in the Earth Nation, you were like, we're just going to wander around until we find somebody that reminds us of him, and then we're going to pick them. And tell
because they
everyone.
tried every other method possible.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find anybody. Because they put Kyoshi in the fucking basement and made her work by cleaning dishes and serving dinner.
Yeah.
And refusing to check her. Yeah. Because she couldn't earthbend small things.
Which is another interesting thing that, like, just off the rip, she's like, I can actually just move mountains. I can't pick up a pebble, though.
Yeah. And she could grab the fucking seafloor. Because they end up on that boat.
Which I never even thought about. But then when Jinzu was like, I can't even do that, and I'm a master bender, I'm like, oh, well, that's probably why I never would have thought, like, oh, hey.
Master baiter, too.
He's the worst. I was not prepared for him to be as bad as he was. I knew he was going to be bad when he, like, made Yoon burn his feet or, like, stab his feet so he couldn't earthbend in hopes that that would make him firebend better.
He made Heiron do that. Didn't he make Heiron burn his feet? Jinzu told him to...
Oh, yeah. I don't know if she burned him or if... Because then they said that, like, these metal spikes came out of the ground. And he's like, you're going to walk across them. So I don't actually... And then it, like, faded away. So I don't know if she actually burned his feet and that's what they did. Or if they both stood there and watched him mutilate his own feet. I'm not sure. I don't... It, like, cut out, and I was like...
I thought she did it. That was my interpretation, was that she was
burned,
doing it.
She burned his feet.
Not that she wanted to, but
oh, no,
to
she
try
definitely...
which I wasn't paying attention for a while, and I didn't realize till later that Heiron was Rongi's mom.
Oh.
Because I just... it doesn't matter.
I was kind of sad that Yoon, spoiler alert, dies so quick. Because, like, he's definitely in love with Kyoshi and Rangu. Right.
Rangu. There's number 2.
Ran guy?
Yeah, Ran guy. Yep.
Can you say it for me?
I like how you called him John as well instead of Jinzu.
Oh, man. I wrote him down. I should have wrote him down.
Ron-gi.
Rongi. Okay. Because they have, like, this weird little
You
love.
literally have it written down
I
right
know.
there.
I know. I still read it wrong. But anyway, they have this little, like, love triangle thing going on. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Kyoshi ends up with Rongi. I'm kind of, like, feeling a vibe there, but I don't know. Because I don't know what the vibe.
It's a Nickelodeon thing. I'm not sure. I know at the end of Korra they kind of averted to.
They allude to it, so I don't know how we're going.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I
like
don't watch a lot of Nickelodeon these
I did
days.
get the vibe when she was like playing with her hair up at the water tribe that like there was something. But I was like, but it could also very much be that this is the only family Kyoshi knows.
Yeah,
Because like,
I think that's a lot of it.
I would do that to my little sister if she was having a nightmare and like we were sleeping in the same room. Like I would have no problem
I think that's
like
a lot of it.
rubbing her hair. So I don't know. The Fire Nation girls just like all give off this like vibe. I don't know what it is because Azula gives it off too. Just and like I picture her
What, like a bisexual vibe?
Yeah,
or
just
what?
like a I'll make out with you, I don't care. Like that's just the vibe I get from all of them.
This is what that.
I don't know, just like come here, come hither.
Come hither.
Come hither.
Like Matthew McConaughey talking to my grandma.
Come hither. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
I just get a vibe, you know?
Yep.
Although I do get the vibe that Azula hates all men, so like Azula
hates everybody.
Everybody, actually, that's true.
Azula is just a problem.
Azula just loves herself. Yeah.
None of those people are in this story. So
No,
it doesn't
they're
matter.
not. But I do picture them like with similar facial structures
Mhm.
because that's kind of like they're described very similar.
Mhm.
And all the Fire Nation royalties all wear the little buns in their hair.
The top knot.
Their little top knot. I know. I love that they call her top knot.
It's a sign of honor.
I did also enjoy Kyoshi's mom. I would love to get some more information on her because
Maybe later.
I know you know because you find out when she. First of all, Kyoshi goes in so hot to every situation. You meet her in the beginning of this book, and she is like, I just don't want anyone to notice me. I'm just going to, like, fade into the background. Nobody talk to me. I'm just going to, like, take care of the Avatar and move on. And then as soon as she finds out she's the Avatar and then watches her best friend and her father figure get murdered in front of her by a man she trusted, which, like, I get could break anyone.
Mhm.
she has then decided, like, she doesn't really give a shit about being the Avatar. Her entire life goal is to now ruin Jinzu and his entire being. She's gonna just like rip it all
She
down.
wants to get rid of him.
Destroy him.
Yes. My favorite part is after she finds out, she pulls a fucking Harry Potter and looks at Rongi and is like, I am your avatar.
I know.
I was like,
I know.
Jesus Christ. Like, okay, it's giving I am the chosen one.
I am the chosen one.
I am the chosen one.
Well,
Like, fuck off, Kyoshi.
and the worst part is too, like, I'm gonna say it wrong. Rongi.
Ragu, yep.
Rongi had this whole moment at the beginning of the book where she's like playfully talking to Yoon and Kyoshi and like throws a pillow at Yoon and almost bursts into tears because like in her eyes she's assaulted the Avatar, even though like they're all joking and playing, and like that obviously was not the intent. And then for Kyoshi to pull that card when she knows that Rongi is actually pissed at her, I'm like, oh my god, you know that it took everything in her to not just like smack her across the face, because obviously that's something that's very important to her, and she's just like, I fucking hate you, but I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you because I took an oath.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed,
It's very Fire Nation.
yes, I also enjoyed when they like meet this little band of criminals that Kyoshi demands to be a part of.
The Dao Fei.
Yes. First of all, I like that they're called the Flying Opera Company. I highlighted that because I thought that
That's
was...
because that's their little, their ruse.
Yeah, it's like...
They literally do
I know.
opera and that shit.
I know, I think it's cute. Like, I like that that's what they call it. Like, but still, as an opera company, you could have named yourself anything. I like that they chose, like, oh, we fly in a bison, so we're going to be the flying. Nobody else flies, so we'll fly.
They're also very light on their feet, the way that they move.
That's true.
That's another reason.
Yeah, but I also enjoy when, like, they give a little of their back, not a lot, but they, like, give a little bit of their backstory and, like, what has happened. And they ask, like, Rongi and Kyoshi, why are you here? How did you get here? And Rongi is like, well, I took an oath. And she's like, I'm done. Don't tell me anymore. You Fire Nation people and your oaths. I just can't. Like, please stop talking. I don't care anymore. And she says, I kicked a man out of my bed because he wouldn't stop talking about an oath. And I was like, okay, girl, pop off. That was a little waterbender.
Yeah, with the Dao Fei.
Yeah, I just thought that was so funny. Like, they didn't even let her get any further into that sentence. They're like, we don't care. Please stop talking. So glad to know the Fire Nation has always been slightly insufferable.
Yeah. And then the Dao Fei, they basically make Kyoshi like feel, you're gonna be a part of us. You need to pledge your allegiance to us now.
To the
Your
band.
brothers and sisters. We are your family.
I know.
You ride and die with the gang.
Especially after finding out that her parents abandoned her to be a part of this gang, to then force her to also seemed like an aggressive step. But they are aggressive criminals.
Maybe.
But then you learn out when you find out that she goes to the group and is like, my parents founded this. They left me in it. Come let me be a part of it. And they're like, okay. The little guy Leek is so distraught. Lek is so distraught because he idolizes her parents and thinks of them as nothing but like goals, and refuses to accept that they just left Kyoshi on.
He is very, you respect your parents.
Yeah, even
How
if
could
they,
you ever hate your parents?
Right, it doesn't matter that they left you for dead. Who cares? It's not a part
Well,
of
his first thing is, oh, though they dropped you off, well, they must have thought you'd be better by yourself in the village than with them.
Right. Oh, and then when she finds out that they pick him up and let him be a part of the group,
Oh, yeah.
and he's younger than she is.
Yeah.
How did you think that was going to go over?
Well,
My God.
them two talk about it together later.
Oh, okay,
A little
that's good.
bit more, and they fight it out a little bit.
Oh, good.
So there's that. You get that at least, but
That is good. That's something to look forward to.
so now we talked about this the other day. her outfit. So now you understand why I said that everything was given to her, because the fans were just
Her mom's.
in the box.
Yeah.
And then the paint was in the box.
Yeah.
And then the outfit was just, here you go. So
Yeah,
her
wear
whole
this to our special water tribe meeting.
And they'll tell you more about the face paint later, and that the paint, all that stuff later. So yeah,
So-
literally, what?
Just like to clarify, the way she does the makeup, that is also given to her. That's not a choice that she makes.
Yes,
That's part.
she
Okay.
does not choose that.
She does not choose that.
I'll just tell you, that is the Daofei makeup.
Okay.
They all do white face with the red eyes.
Okay.
That is just what they do.
Because I saw, because it just said that she had makeup. She hasn't put it on yet.
Yeah, no.
So I didn't know if
It's not her
maybe-
choice. They tell her to do it.
No.
And then because when she finally opens the palette, it's only white and red.
Oh, she's never even looked.
Say there's like 12 spots. There's like 6 white, 6 red.
Is there not a black? Isn't there a little black on there?
Oh, there was one small black one. Yes, there is one square of black.
Yeah, because I feel like
Because that's just for the outlines of the eyes.
yeah,
Yes.
I feel like the eyebrows go like up and like they
Yes.
do this like fierce cat eye.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all Daofei makeup. All of them do it. That's their signature. And they're like, well, people can't know what our face looks like. So
Right.
so literally her entire avatar shtick, her whole outfit was like hand-me-downs.
Which is crazy when you think about it, because so what? It's been like 300 years, 200 years since Kyoshi when we get to the main show.
Oh,
It's got to be something like that, because Aang's been missing for like 100.
because it would have been
Roku was like close to 100.
yeah, because
So
it would have
would've
been Kyoshi to Roku and then to
Yeah.
Aang.
So like, you meet like Suki is a Kyoshi warrior. So like to think about like in 200 years, she took this look that is basically stolen from criminals and turns it into this like band of strong female warriors, like paving the way.
Yeah.
Ruining Sokka's whole day.
Yeah, destroying his already fragile masculinity in
This is one of my favorite
one
episodes.
step at a time.
And then he's like, we should learn from that.
And then he's just like fucking obsessed with Suki for the rest of the goddamn show.
Yeah. Well, he's still heartbroken over the moon. He needs to
my
be
first-
reminded.
My first girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Um,
I think that one of the magic cards that they made has that phrase on it because
rough, buddy.
I think so because they have UA and then like the moon spirit and stuff.
oh God,
But
I hope
then-
it's like an attack card. Like if the moon, if you have this card, she turns into the moon.
I don't know what
I
it
don't
is.
know how magic
That's
works.
not really how it works, but
In my mind, there's a card that's like,
there's not really a lot of direct just if you have this card does this. That's not like
yeah, 'cause I
at least
guess,
naming the cards. That's not at least from what I know.
well, yeah, because
from
you'd
my
have to be
limited
playing
knowledge.
somebody who also is playing the Avatar set for that to be anything.
I guess not
Right.
really. I did had one of my cards in one of my decks had that was Admiral Zhao where he is holding the bag with the fish in it, the koi.
Oh, I forgot he stole them out of the pond,
Yeah.
and then the whole world like.
Yeah, the yin and yang, and that's why it goes dark because doesn't he steal the does he steal the sun or the moon?
He steals the moon.
That's
That's why she
that's why she becomes the moon.
sacrifices herself and becomes
He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't. There must be another way. Is there anything else that
Oh,
we need
come
to
on. You're not going to finish it? Come on. Do it. Do the thing.
Oh, the moment has passed. Is there anything else you need to? I don't fully know where the line is drawn where you are at.
So I am to the point where they've gone past where the maps are, which like also crazy to think about that we like supposedly have a full map of the world by time Aang is there, but like Kyoshi is an avatar in a time where there are like pockets of the world that the Earth Kingdom doesn't know exists, which I think is wild. Also, every time they bring up Ba Sing Se, all I can think of is
There's
there's no
war
war
in
on Ba
Ba
Sing
Sing
Se. And I'm just like, when did, and they make a reference to that creepy prisoner island, how they took like a waterbender there. And I'm just like, oh my God. So they've been like scary and awful always. So that's good to know. I'm really interested about this assassin. Is he really immortal?
Who?
Like,
Which one? Oh, Laga or Leggy, whatever the
yeah,
hell his
like
name
this,
is.
the man that
Yeah.
pretends to be an old drunk and is really like, it
And it-
reminded
like a
me of the
super-
reveal
Oh,
of like,
Boomy.
yes, where he like turns
The
out to
Mad
be
King.
jacked. Like that's what this reminded me of. But she like clocks him, and he's in all over her mom's journal, and her mom is like, yeah, I'm straight terrified of this man. Don't trust him.
He's just kind of there.
He just like keeps assassinating people. Oh, I was gonna say
He's just doing his thing.
I kept meaning to say this. I'll hurry and make this point real quick. I thought it was so fascinating that Kyoshi talks about the fact that her mom is an airbender and her dad is an earthbender. And I think that's interesting for a lot of points because you don't see a lot of mixed cultural relationships in Avatar. I feel like that's why it's so much like a will they, won't they between Katara and Aang, aside from the fact that like
They're 12.
That and he is like the Avatar. But like you don't ever see people of different bending abilities together.
They're normally not friends either, and most of the time.
So I thought that was crazy. And the fact that she abandoned her entire religion to go be a criminal. I thought that was crazy. Because you do think of the air nomads as these like holy religions. Why would you ever want to leave people?
Yeah.
And I also have a lot of questions about the afterworld in this, but I know that that's probably, we're not going to get into that today. That can just be something that I process on my own and maybe read more of these books because I just...
You don't get anything at all.
I know, but I just feel like the dynamic of knowing that the spirit world would exist and knowing that the Avatar gets to commune with all of their past lives, I feel like that would bring up a lot more questions for people who are just alive to like question, unless we're under the assumption that everybody is reincarnated into someone else, they just don't get to talk to their past lives. I don't know, it just like brings up a lot of spiritual questions with like them being actively a part of the spirit world. I just feel I feel like there would be like more religion and spirituality in these books, or like in this, like if this world were real, I feel like there would be more.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, we just don't see it.
The Air Nation is literally founded on
That is
religion.
True. That is true.
There was 60 episodes. We just talked about this. How much fucking religion do you want them to shove down your throat? There's a war going on.
That is true. That is true. That is very true. I just feel like people should have been more willing to help, but maybe like you're just so fearful of your life. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was really interesting that her mom was an airbender and her dad was an earthbender, and that she ends up being the Avatar. And then that made me think of what's the new one?
Korra.
Korra. I was thinking about it, and I feel like all of Aang's kids airbend. Don't they?
The only one I can think of is Tenzin, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
I know the airbenders are dying, and that throughout Korra, like they are low on airbenders. Tenzin's one of the last ones.
yeah, but isn't he
So,
one
I
of the
don't know.
last ones because Aang was the only one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's up to Aang to repopulate the world of airbenders.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
'cause I
but
feel
I'm
like
just
all
saying
three
they're
of-
still dying.
Yeah, and then I feel like he had 3 kids, and all of his kids airbended. So I was like, maybe this is a thing. Like if you are an airbender and you have a baby, they just airbend. But I couldn't remember for sure. I just thought that was interesting.
It's not that important.
That was an interesting little fact there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I got. I'm excited to finish it. Are we spinning the wheel this week, or you want to wait?
You
till
said you
next
wanted to spin the wheel.
week? All right, spin the wheel. You got to spin it, because if I spin it, then it might be rigged. And I can't hold the wheel of hand spinning at the
Can't
same
hold the
time.
wheel.
I don't have hands that are big enough for that.
My last, well, I added Tress of the Emerald Sea
Oh, okay.
as my next book, since the Rise of Kyoshi was a part of mine. Let me move this out and get full force.
Whoa. You gonna go 2 for 2? 2 for 2? All right. Talk about a real change.
One that I literally had to ask you before we started what it was.
Yeah, it's also a trilogy.
Jesus Christ. Pick a fucking standalone. God
I
damn.
did. I picked The Bodyguard. That was a standalone. I'll pick the next book I put on will be a standalone. I think Funny Stories is a standalone. What else
Yeah,
I
well,
got?
we haven't landed on funny stories, so it doesn't count.
Legends and Lattes is technically a standalone.
Yeah, but it's a part of a larger universe, so you.
What colors are mine? Green and...
I don't fucking know. The ones that's not red. Whatever ones are beside the red ones and the ones that are in the other quarter. We have crosses.
Oh,
So mine are red.
House of the Cerulean Sea. I was like, what does that say?
It just says scribbles. I
That
couldn't
is
tell
also
you.
standalone, I think.
I think, but it's also in a larger universe. Of
I know, but I
stories as
realized
well.
that was not the first book in the series that I read. So there's...
So I guess, I mean, I do have Wild Robot. That is a trilogy, but it's also children's books. So
So
that
with Evil Tangled, I just realized that those are both like children's books, not like YA.
I don't.
You don't think Evil Tangled is that YA? That's not.
I feel like
children's book?
that's going to be closer to YA.
We should probably figure out what the actual name of it is because it's not.
It's called What Once Was Mine.
Oh, okay.
I know what it's called.
Oh, I didn't.
It's-
I was like,
But on the wheel, it's fucking Evil Tangled
what once was my?
because that's all I know about it at all.
Yeah.
It might not even be about that. I don't know. All I know is there's one of those little lanterns on it, so it's Evil Tangled.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll think about the next book that I'll pick. And what was it in The Touch of Darkness?
Touch of Darkness.
I'll get it on my my
Yeah, I
Libby
guess
right
we'll
now.
have to find that. Okay. Let's see what else. What else is going on?
Well, Bridgerton comes out this week, second part. So everybody get ready for the scones and the tea recipes.
Okay. When does that come out?
Saturday. No,
Wednesday.
the 26th. So that might be. It's either Thursday or Friday. I think it's a Thursday.
I think it came out Thursday last time because we watched all 4 episodes up to Sunday.
Yeah, a Thursday. Yeah, it's a Thursday. The 26th.
You've never been turned on by gas mileage before?
So that, and I'm making some koozies.
Yeah, for mainly your mason jars, right? Or
Yeah.
for other.
No, for mason jar. Although I think the little ones that I have are too little for any of the mason jars that I have.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure, so I was gonna make both. So I think I'll use them for like little baskets for like my pins.
Oh, no, that'd be
'cause they're
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the pattern for the big baskets that I have, and it's just a larger version of the koozies that I have.
Yeah.
So
I realize I need to get like a little 3-drawer or toolbox thing over here for my
journal
pens and stuff, all my extra shit. Because I think what I'm going to do is just kind of remove I'm going to leave that part of the desk and use that for my,
journaling.
yeah.
Yeah.
And because I have those, on that other spot is where my solo journaling games are. So I'll use that whole little corner right there.
Yeah.
But I was thinking either that or like get a new chair or something. We just don't have space for me to put another desk.
Yeah.
Unless then that little writing desk that I have from my childhood home and bedroom is a little too small.
Just put on some blocks.
Oh, I had to do that before. I used that desk for my computer in the apartment.
Oh yeah, I do
remember?
remember. Yeah, you did have it up on.
I
a bunch
sat
of
on
blocks.
this stool right here. I did not have a legitimate chair with a back on it.
Yep.
And I had to put that desk up on 4x4s to lift it high enough to where my legs could sit underneath it.
Yeah. Single men apartments versus single female apartments are just like, I don't even know that they're on the same planet sometimes. It's just wild.
At one point, all I had was just a pillow on the floor
I
and a TV.
look at you now.
Look at me now.
Look at you now.
I got 2 pillows
In a whole
and
bed.
5 TVs. There are so many TVs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forget about this one all the
Yeah,
time.
don't use it as much, but the PlayStation's hooked up to it if we ever need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back when I only had one monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy times. Now we got 3 computers and 6 monitors. And so much shit laying around.
What about you? What's new with you?
I don't know. What did we just talk about? Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Yeah, so that's happening.
So you get to test some new
Sure.
scone recipes.
Yeah,
So
that'll
that's
be
exciting
good.
for you.
4 new scones. That'll be different. Yeah, I got my solo games that I need to get into. I found some solo 5e modules today online. I feel I need to. I want to buy it, but I shouldn't because I haven't played any of the ones yet, so I shouldn't.
I would like to play that dragon game this week. That did seem fun.
Oh, Flamecraft. Yeah, I bought Flamecraft Duels last week, so I didn't get the deluxe edition, so I don't have the fancy little wooden box. But
yeah, maybe when we finish School Spirits, we can like put on Avatar or something. And
yeah, and I got to get the table finished and everything. But yeah, that's why. I mean, most of the board games and stuff that I buy are solo games, just in case, because I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody interested that wants to play board games. The only people that I know are nearly an hour away.
Yeah.
And can't just casually drop everything on a Saturday night to go play board games elsewhere.
Yeah.
Most times. So I got that. But yeah, I found these 5e solo modules and I want to buy them, but they're like 150 pages worth of stuff. And I haven't done the other solo journaling or just little games that I've bought. So I need to avoid that.
Yeah.
Won't do that.
Maybe. Spoiler alert, not me, but maybe somebody else will get you games for your birthday. I got you something you really want. I don't want anybody to think that I just like didn't get you anything. I got you 2 things that you really wanted. They were just the ones that are kind of expensive.
The problem is board games are expensive.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Like one of the ones that I really want right now is Slay the Spire, and that one's $120 for the whole setup because it's got so much content in it.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to get it, but probably should wait.
Yeah, maybe for Christmas.
If anything, I'll buy it by then. I'll save up a little bit.
Yeah.
Put some aside every so often, and on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Depending on how everything works out.
Yeah.
But that's one of the main ones. I also want to try Final Girl. That's another. It's exclusively solo. They're releasing their 4th iteration of it now. 4th series, I think is what they call it. Because each one is like, the premise of the game is that you are the final girl in a horror movie. So you're
not a good look.
So you're the last one to die. And so you're trying to survive and figure out how to kill the monster or survive, I believe. So there's different seasons, and then they release different movies for each season.
So this might be a dumb question, but like I don't watch horror films because like I don't need any. I watched Saw one time as a child, and it just like ruined me forever. Yeah. Doesn't one person always live at the end, or do they all die? Like, is that how horror films end? They all die?
That's the premise of it.
Oh, that she could live? But, like, she could also die, right?
You are the final girl.
That's what I mean. You could die?
You could die. Then you fucking lose the game.
Oh, well,
that's how that works. You die, you lose.
You lose.
You survive, you win.
But that's what I'm saying. Are there movies where just, like, everyone loses?
I fucking watch movies. Horror movies are dumb.
I think it's so funny that in this house, nobody watches horror movies, but I don't watch them because I get vivid nightmares, and you don't watch them because you're like, these are so dumb and not even scary. And over here, I'm just like, I'm horrified.
They're stupid. I don't want to waste my time.
Meanwhile, I'm straight up terrified.
I haven't watched a movie in months. Been a legitimate, like, outside of a children's movie. Those are the only things that are good these days.
Zootopia 2 is phenomenal.
It's a banger.
5 stars recommend.
Banger.
We watched People You Meet on Vacation. It was amazing. I know. You're lukewarm about it. Oh, I am super stoked about that. We have talked about it, even though Beach Read is my least favorite book.
Daphne.
Daphne.
What's her
My
real
girl.
name? Is her real name Daphne too?
No, her real name's Phoebe.
Phoebe, that's what it was. It was another one of those.
But I can't remember how to say her last name because
Bridgerton.
she's Irish. But Daphne from Bridgerton is going to play January Andrews. I think it's Andrews. Yeah. In Beach Read. And I am so pumped. Because
Hopefully.
also this means that, sorry.
Okay.
It just also means that, like, we're going to get a really good male lead. Like, I don't think they would cast her and then cast, like, a nobody male lead. Like, I feel like they're going to
What
get
if they get
somebody
John?
John.
Jean Reggae Paul. Jean Reggae.
Honestly, Gus is my least favorite guy, so freaking go for it. I don't think he would. I think there's some
And I know.
tension
It
between
was
the
a
two of them.
joke. I
Well,
don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so either. But I know that she's been, like, begging to go back on Bridgerton, and he won't go, so I'm sure she, like, hates him.
Yeah.
But I don't know who they'll get. A lot of people want Paul Mescal. Is that how you say his name? Paul Mescal.
I don't think that he's going to be a rom-com type of guy.
I don't know either. A lot of people really want him. I don't know. But I'm just like, I bet.
That would be the highest budget rom-com that's been made in recent years if they put him in that.
I don't think they will. But I'm just saying, like, I think you could get somebody.
It's probably going to be a nobody. It's just going to be a random dude. Like that's why I hate fan casts, because everybody always puts the multi-billion-dollar actors in every single role. And it's like, you know what's going to happen is they're not going to get any of those people.
Some people want Logan.
Paul?
No. Oh God, no. I'm gonna say his last name wrong.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Lerm.
Oh, Logan Lerman?
Lerman. I always thought I add two vowels. I don't add enough. It is. A lot of people are hoping that it'll be
That's
him.
the guy from Maze Runner.
No, people want Dylan O'Brien for Funny Story. Nice try. I knew that one.
You always mess those two up.
I
so
do.
What the fuck?
You know what, though? Me and the rest of the world. Because I've seen somebody ask Dylan O'Brien about how he feels about constantly being compared to Logan Lerman. He's like, I think it's a compliment.
Yeah, it's like, I was happy to be in Percy Jackson.
Right. Yeah. So, those two are like big fan casts for the Emily Henry universe because
That's fine.
a lot of reasons. But I'm just hoping that, like, one of.
Were you going to get me one of those sweatshirts? I know you were all excited about her merch store.
Oh, I probably will, but I was going to do it for Halloween.
Oh. Well, you might want to order it a little sooner. They might not have them then. You don't know if she's going to sell them on her store for another 8 months.
Oh, I just assumed it would be like a regular thing because it goes with the book. Like,
Not necessarily. She might. You ever been on a merch store before? Sometimes they get rid of things.
That's true. I don't think they'll get rid of the one that I was going to get you, though. The one that said.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Well, for the rest of the
Let's
people.
hope that it doesn't go away then.
I'll have to go look.
If it happens, told you so. Told you so.
Okay.
But what I was going to say was hopefully that this movie with Daphne will make her career blow up in the movies and then just trample him, because that's the whole reason that he left Bridgerton, was to be in the big time, so that way he didn't get typecast.
Yeah, and I hope he just looks at Jonathan Bailey every day like, oh, turns out I could have done both. Because pretty sure Jonathan Bailey won an Emmy,
He won a lot of stuff.
a Tony, and something else. Like, I feel like he won a bunch of awards.
Yeah.
And he even said, I'm going to take a step back from acting. And when people ask, oh, does that mean Bridgerton? He's like, oh, I'll be on Bridgerton forever. These kids are my family. I am their big brother. Of course I will be there. And I was just like, I love you. Everything that you say just makes me love you more, sir.
If only you could have been a gay man, huh?
No shot he's in my league. That's like me pining for Florence Pugh. It's never going to happen.
If only.
I love you too much anyways.
I love you. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Stoked to finish this book.
Stoked to finish the book. I finished it 6 days ago.
I
think.
know you did. I know.
I don't remember. Okay, so that was episode 17. TVR together. Still no sponsors, so we're not shouting anybody out.
No. But follow us on Instagram because I did get a bunch of tea companies to follow us.
Oh, did you?
So,
That's good.
yeah.
TikTok's getting zero traction. it's been so difficult.
It's been rough. Well,
Okay.
anyway,
All right.
it's been TBR together.
Now we're going to leave.
Have a great night.
Get out of our basement.